your fairy god sis, St. Joe Narcata. We are Galactivators here in the mix. Thank you all so much for joining us today. TikTok Live and YouTube Live on the replay. We are Galactivators, your fairy god fam. Christar Galactica, St. Joseph, and our little princess, Charlie. So thank you everyone for dropping in, for joining us. We're gonna take the next hour or so of our lives and we're gonna breathe, we're gonna stretch, we're gonna ground all these galactic energies because it's an intense one today, super friends. So as we all join in and prepare to go on this journey of galactivation together, I want to share what's going on galactically. Can you feel the intense energies today? Wow. So also I want to invite you all to stay to the end for our closing galactivation. Thank you so much for the gifts, the red Jasper. Appreciate that. So we just entered into a new galactic matrix. We are starting a new 260-day cycle of creation. So focusing on how you want to create yourself, your life, your home, your environment, your mindset, your mentality. And we are in the wave spell of the dragon. The big mama dragon is here. That's right. And we are in the castle of turning. We're turning towards the east, the wisdom from the ancient lands, hence the yoga, super friends. And it's a lunar day, the white lunar wind of timelessness. So today we want to connect to our breath and communicate from inside. Thank you so much for the gifts. Hi, Michael. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Welcome. Today you want to speak with your breath to the wind and the air and the sky and life outside, with the power and the force intensity of the deep breath flowing and expanding in your belly as it rises, as you inhale and as it pulls into your spine as you exhale. Let's make some circles with our shoulders, rolling them back and down a few times. Any tension in our jaw, our neck. Today's about communication. How are you communicating with your energy? What words are you saying inside yourself? And what words are you expressing outside of yourself? Just be aware and notice that. Today we want to speak to the spirit in the sky. Ask for help, ask Thank you so much, user friend, for the gifts. Thank you for joining us today, super friends. So on lunar days, we get to experience our polarities, the dualism of our humanity, and make the choice in the presence of any challenges to take that jump from minus to plus, grounding in our breath. Thank you, David, for the gifts. Thank you for joining us today. Allow that breath to flow freely as much as we can. Releasing anything that's discordant, that's happening within. Allow our lungs to expand, our cheeks to grow nice and full. And call on that dragon spirit to be with us as a motherly presence in our lives, to help us rebirth ourselves at this time into the version of ourselves that we prefer to be. Enlightened superstars, radiating positive energy, into the space around us, because the universe matches and reflects back to us our vibration, our frequency. So let's place one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly, breathing in this first moment of the rest of our lives into our belly, expanding it. Expand our lungs, our rib cage. And as we exhale, just let go. Release anything we brought with us, any tightness, any tension, any intensity. Thank you so much for sharing the live, Paul. Appreciate that. And one more thing here. I'll put it on sleep mode. There we go. Let's make some sounds as we exhale. Thank you so much for the likes, the hearts, the shares, the gifts. Okay, now we're gonna bring in our best jaguar, our cheetah. Bringing our hands to our knees. Let's just shake everything off. Anything we brought with us today. Any worries, cares, concerns, fears, intensities, dramas. And with the magic words, aparigraha, we're gonna just release and unclutch, let go. Let's give ourselves a little jaw massage, little face yoga, massaging our neck. Any intensity, any tightness, anything that's causing a constriction in our throat chakra. Yesterday, our throat chakra was transforming. Today, our plexus is transforming in the presence of this white lunar wind day. So the winds of change are blowing through and helping us to clear out any intensity, density, any blocked energies. So just massaging your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, your dog. Massage your heart. Open up that breath. And then let's change the crossing of our legs. Now bringing the other leg on the top. And placing our hands on our knees. Let's do some seated cats and cows. So inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, straighten those arms, tuck our chin, lean back. Inhale, lift that heart. Exhale, strengthening that breath bond. Thank you so much for the gifts, King of Inglewood. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Yay, the holy land of Inglewood, my birthland. Oh. All right, super friends, coming back to center. Let's inhale, arms up to the sky. We're gonna play with some breath of fire at this time. So we're gonna ignite that fire in our plexus, and we're going to inhales happen automatically as we reach up and pull that belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Inhale at the top, clasp your hands together, pull the breath up to your third eye. Hold it. And exhale, walking our hands forward, all the way forward, tucking your chin under, all the breath out. Hold it out as long as you can before inhaling. Thank you for sharing the live. Inhaling, let's walk our hands up and back behind us. Leaning back, unwind those legs, stretch them out. Send our heart up, our chin up, head back. Open the front of our chest. Super friends, let's take that stance wide, open those legs up, and find where your edge is. We're gonna walk ourselves forward, folding, breathing. Notice where you're at on the unicorn spectrum, super friends. Are you a great 0, pile of unicorn rainbow poop? Or are you a 13, the tip of the unicorn's horn? Let's walk our hands over to that right leg. Stretch those toes. Let that breath flow. Let's inhale this left arm up. Deep breath in. And bringing this hand down, let's walk our arms over to the other side, framing that left leg. Stretch those toes, forward fold. Find your breath. Observe the mind, the chitta, the chatter, and the mantra Sat Chit Ananda. That the ultimate truth that we are, I am, we exist, we breathe into that tape playing in the back of our mind and invoke the bliss, the Ananda, Sat Chit Ananda. I am the live streaming consciousness of bliss as we take this right arm up, left arm down. Sat Chit Ananda. Om Namah Shivaya. And bringing those hands back down, walking those hands forward, tucking our chin under. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Filling up with the love of dog. Let's rise up. Let's bring our souls together. Dog is love. And bringing those legs in close. Do you need extra love right now, baby? Yes. Let's flap those butterfly wings. And fold over our legs. Let the love of dog fill us up. As we fold, Princess Charlie says to pant like a small dog. Play with that breath of fire, pulse up belly. Princess Charlie, our pranayama fitness coach today. Pulse that belly. And the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. In your mind's eye, form a clear intention of how you want to create your body. Filled with the love of dog. Let's rise on up. Bring these knees together, hug them in. Tucking our chin. Let's make little half circles with our neck. And leaning on back. Let's leaning up and back. Let's play with straightening those legs. Lifting those legs up. Holding those thighs in close. Breathing here. And then let's take our peace fingers in between our big toes and second toes, holding them up.
And then there's a big black key on it as well.
And then let's take those legs wide. Inhale them back in. Exhale, open.
Yeah, put the rock right next to it.
Inhale. Exhale, open.
It's not.
Inhale.
It worked once.
Exhale.
Add a different suggestion.
Inhale. And then let's release our hands from our legs. Find that firm core. Wiggle our fingers, toes. Let's make some circles with our ankles and wrists. This is one way, the other way. And then dropping those legs, forward fold, tucking our chin, deep breath, let go. Release any tension in your neck, your face. Deep, full, delicious belly breaths. And shaking out any tension, super friends. more breath like this. And exhale. All right, let's roll it back into plow. So making sure we have room behind. We're gonna bring our feet back overhead. Hands to our lower back.
Yeah, look at that.
Who got him?
Thank you.
Walk those elbows in, neck long,
Thank you so much.
coming onto our
Appreciate
shoulders.
it.
It's what we do. Every day I have to find stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We're always looking for something.
Vision, big bright light in your third eye, so bright. Vision, big bright light in your third eye, so bright, it's blinding. And then if you'd like, when you feel ready, you could bring your feet up over your hips for a shoulder stand. Standing on the skies. Deep belly, ujjayi breath. See that sun in your third eye? And then bringing those feet back overhead, releasing your hands, rolling on down. Let's pause with our feet up, our lower back on the earth. We're gonna make some crisscross with our legs, slowly lowering towards the ground and then elevating back up, crisscrossing. And lowering down. You can have your hands underneath your lower back or your glutes for support, and then crisscrossing back up. Lowering towards the ground. Keep crisscrossing. Breathing back up. Lowering down. Breathing back up. We're going to do that a few more times. Like this. And on back up. Let's bring our peace fingers to our big toes and pulse our upper body towards those feet. Pulsing our core, pulse those hips up. And release our head back down. Let's slowly lower those legs down towards the ground. And then bend those knees. Windshield wiper those knees side to side. Coming back up to center, step your feet so they're close to your fingertips, planting those feet on the ground. We're gonna press into the earth, roll those hips up, walk our shoulders in towards one another, clasp your hands behind your back, press down with your upper arms and forearms. Breathe in and squeeze those knees towards one another, lifting your heart up towards your chin. Bringing that gaze into your third eye. Visualize it cracking open like an inner egg, and a thunderbolt of lightning awakening in your inner eye. shining like a tiger's eye crystal, sparkling like an opal. Inhale, coming up on your tippy toes, releasing those hands. Exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Arms up, windshield wiper those knees side to side. Get back to center. Let's take our right leg up and cross it over the left, flexing that foot, drawing that ankle in on the left side, pulling that left leg in, bringing that right hand between your legs, pushing that right arm out, or that right arm to that right leg, and press that right thigh out as you pull that left leg in. Breathe into your solar plexus. Visualize that beautiful bright light from your mind's eye traveling down into your belly, your sacrum, your hips, supercharging you with energy for creation, for new life. And releasing that leg, let's actually cross that right knee all the way over the left and squeeze both knees in, making some circles with our ankles. And then let's stretch our spine. So bringing this right arm and shoulder down, drop those knees over to the left. Deep spinal twist. Let's open and close our mouth a few times here. Lion's breath. And coming on back to center, hug those knees in. Notice the differences between the sides. Intermission, we're going to take it up to another bridge. So planting those feet, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, walk the shoulders in, clasp your fingers the opposite way, press down with your arms, squeeze those legs together, lift your heart up to your chin, look up at that third eye, big smile, envision that light blasting in, filling our bodies up with light, causing our heart frequency to jump up a couple octaves. And let's play with some breath of fire, pulsing that belly, focus on the exhales. Gaze at that third eye. pressing into the ground, lifting your hips, squeezing those knees in. Lift your heart towards your chin. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, release your hands. Exhaling, one vertebrae at a time, roll down and windshield wiper those knees side to side, taking your neck the opposite way. Coming on back to center, left leg comes up, flexing that foot, cross that ankle over the right, draw those knees, that right knee in, left hand goes between your legs, grab that right shin, and then interlace your fingers together around that right shin. Find the deep breath. Notice what comes up in your hips. Aparigraha, unclutch from the stories, the dramas of our beautiful lives. This is the challenge day. Today's energies are here to challenge us so we can grow stronger, so we can be stable in our breath, in our connection to our spiritual selves. Spirit of growth, the spirit of expansion, the spirit of kindness, ahimsa, spirit of receptivity to life.
Oh, there's one right there.
Ah. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, releasing our hand, crossing those knees, pulling them in, circling those ankles, wiggle our toes. Maybe even giving yourself a little neck or jaw massage. Ah. One more deep breath in. And extending that left arm and shoulder up and back as we drop our knees over towards the right side, extending our upper body towards the left and stretching our eyes. Nice and grounded today as we transform energetically with the power of the dragon, awakening inwardly. Into the dragon matrix we go. Starting a new time cell, a new 260-day matrix of creation. How do you want to reinvent yourself, your life, recreate yourself? As we come back to center, hug those knees in, make some little circles with our lower backs.
Yeah, that's totally
And let's take it into a happy baby, bringing our feet up, bending those knees wide, outside our hips, rocking our lower back side to side. All right, feet together, knees together, and then let's bring those feet back up over our hips. Doing some abdominal reach and our hands up towards our hips. Ha, ha, pulsing, ha, 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 ha. And releasing our head, now hands to the ground. Now we're just gonna pulse our hips up. Ha, ha, ha. Lifting that tailbone, ha. Little movements up, ha. Working those lower abdominals, ha, 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 ha. Tune into your plexus, ha. All right, we're gonna lower those legs just to hover above the ground as we exhale, and then inhale. Back up like a mermaid tail. Exhaling, let it hover above the ground and inhale. Swim it back up. Legs together, nice and slow. Don't let it touch the ground. The ground is a big lake of fire.
Fire dragon. I'm exempt.
Bring your fire dragon tail back up and exhale. Let it just hover above that lake of fire. All right, and now we're going to bring those knees in. Roll onto our side. Like a newborn fetus being reborn right now. And we slowly bring ourselves up. Swinging these legs around. Back to our easy seated pose. Sitting comfortably now. And we could take a little drink here. Do you mind? Thank you. Just notice how you're feeling, super friends. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for tuning in. And we're gonna take some alternate nostril breath here. So let's rub our hands together, calming our nervous system down, generate some heat, some infrared light. And then we're gonna take these hands, put them over your eye sockets, looking with your mind's eye. Notice what you see inside. Can you see a big plus sign of light particles like I? Can you see sparks of light, comets of light shooting around, stars inside? I'm gonna do that again. Rub your hands together. Once again, place those palms over your eye sockets, looking through that third eye. Deep breath into that Ajna chakra. Can you see colors of light, balls of light, points of light, sparks of light, shocks of light? Light emanating from your palms to your eyes. Can you you see those rays of light, of infrared light. Red, blue, white light, golden light, green light, orange light, yellow light. Do that again one more time. Rubbing those hands together, generate lots of heat. And then placing them over your eye sockets. Look with that third eye. Breathe into that Ajna chakra with your gaze, your drishti. Look at your palms through that third eye. Visualize, see those waves of infrared light, red light, pink light, rose-colored light, rose golden light. And then let's place our hands on our heart, just bowing to our heart. Connect into your intention. Intention.
I'm at the top of the world.
Big belly breaths. Buddha Maitreya, the Buddha of joy and longevity, happiness, bliss, childlike mentality as we bring our hands together, Anjali Mudra, and then bring those hands up so those pointer fingers are just touching our third eye. We're going to use that right thumb to cover up that right side. Breathe in and out the left a few times. They say different times of the day, we have one side that's more open than the other, so just notice without judging. Breathe in the left, hold it at the top, close the left side, and then we're going to breathe out the right side a few times. Just notice the differences between the sides. Breathe in through the right, hold it, breathe out through the left. Slowly breathe in through the left, hold it, and then breathe out through the right. Taking your time, alternating sides, breathe in through the right and out the left next time. This helps to balance our brain hemispheres, calm our mind. Just notice how you're feeling inside as we go back and forth. Just following the breath with your mind's eye. It flows in the right and out the left. Flows in the left, all throughout your body, and exhales out the right. And releasing our hands. Just notice how you feel. Notice which leg is on the top. And then we're going to bring ourselves forward into a tabletop. Moving that spine up and down. And let's take it forward and back. Back to a child's pose. Forward to a cobra. And then when we're ready, we'll come back into our child's pose. Any of your challenges that today is presented, just imagine you're giving it to the earth, the big Pachamama, to handle for us in due time. Inhale, rising up to tabletop, make some circles with our spine. Direction. And the other direction. Back to center. Let's curl those toes, lift our knees up and back, downward dog. Please reach those heels down, let our head fall. Shift our weight forward to plank pose. And then let's lower on down. Reaching our hands back together. Interlace those fingers, squeeze. Pull up and back. Lifting our heart, low cobra. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And releasing those hands, keep the shoulder blades squeeze in and lift up into cobra, high cobra. Let's take some lion's breath. Stick your tongue out, open your eyes, look up at that third eye. All the breath out. Envision yourself as a lion. Om Namah Shivaya. And coming on back to center. Press into the ground, up back into a tabletop. Cat, cow, that spine around. Down. Let's take our knees a little wider. We're gonna release shoulder tension. So bringing that left hand in the center, a little bit forward. Right arm comes up. Giving thanks to the limitless, infinite abundance that is this life. Gratitude and thankfulness for the infinite opulence and abundance. As we bring this right shoulder and cheek down, squaring those hips, press your heart open as you reach the hips towards the right. Om, and find your breath. Notice your facial muscles, your facial expression. And if you'd like to play with this left hand, lifting it up towards the sky or wrapping it behind your back, you're welcome to. And breathing in, breathing out. Let's take a few more breaths like this. Om Namah Shivaya. As we release this left hand, press into the ground, right arm up, open. Let's make some big circles with this right arm. Circle back, circle forth. Bring it on down. Left arm up. Speak to the wind, to the skies. Thank you, I love my life. Thank you, abundance provides. Thank you, divine Jai Jai. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Hari Om. As we bring this left arm and shoulder and left cheek down to the ground, press with your right arm to lift that heart and then squeeze that left hip over to the left side, squaring those hips behind us. Find your deep breath. Into your belly, Buddha breath, Maitreya Buddha breath, happy, joyful, blissful breath. Ahimsa, extreme aversion to violence. Breathe it in. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Right arm up, wrapping behind our back if you like, or up to the sky. Keep that blissful breath flowing. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Om Namah Shivaya. And breathing. Unwinding this right arm, pressing into the ground, elevating this left arm up, circling it around. One direction. And the other direction. Bring it on down. Knees under our hips, cat-cow. Move that spine around. Breathe in beauty. Breathe out grace. Breathe in easy. Breathe out happy face. Breathe in peace. As we sit back now, child's pose. Stretch those arms forward, third eye down to the ground, let go. Tune into the earth, how fast the planet is spinning in space. Coming on up, let's take one more tabletop, one more downward dog. Press into your hands, reach those heels down, shake your neck out. Visualize any tension in the back of your neck just melting away. The breath flowing in your nose, around your cranium, to your brainstem, throughout your body. Breath filling you up with golden light, turning around and pouring out of you as you exhale. One more breath in. And as we exhale, come down for a child's pose. Nityanandam Paramasikiram Kevalam Jnanimurtayam Dvadvaditam Gaganashadisam Tatsvamasyari Laksham Ekam Nityam Vivalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutayam Bhavatitam Viganarahitam Sadgurum Namami. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Swami Vishwanandaya Namaha. Om Shri Avatar Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Avatar Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Avatar Babaji Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Walking ourselves up. Let's swing our legs around, and we're going to take it into a fish pose now. So with our legs extended, point our toes, bringing our hands so that our elbows are underneath us, hands are just at our glutes, our forearms are on the ground, point our toes, legs together, lift up with our heart, lean back, head inches towards the ground, leaning back. Maybe it makes it, maybe it doesn't. Swimming out that lower back. Breathe into your plexus. Keep pressing up with your elbows, lifting that heart. Gaze at that third eye. Visualize yourself as the fish in water, the Pisces in the Aquarian age. Om Namah Shivaya. And slowly coming on to our backside.
Did you ever try this?
Let's take our right knee, pull it in. Let's lift that foot up to the sky. Rock that hip around. And then bending that knee in, and then taking a twist, bringing that knee across our body, as we extend this right arm up and back. Breathing into that third eye, visualize that big bright sun inside. Connect to that higher mind, the universal mind, the gamma wave of light. Paramashivoham Om Nityanandam Paramashivoham. And coming on back to center, let's switch legs, switch sides, bringing that knee in. Hug it in, bring that foot up to the sky, grab it with your leg, move that leg. Rock that hip around, free that hip up. Visualize all those nadis, the meridians, the energy centers in our body opening up, flooding with life force as we hug this knee in again. Rock it around and then bring it on down towards the right side as we extend this left arm up and back, twisting to the left as that left shoulder makes its way down to the ground and our breath flows deeply, freely, evenly, gloriously. Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Don't run with them. Just can't you walk with me? No? Come with me now? Is that guy fishing?
And coming on back to center. Let's hug both knees in. Just briefly scan your body, super friends. If there's any other movements you require before we go into our final resting pose, please give that to yourself right now. You want to take a happy baby, you want to take a back bend, anything else you might need. And when you're ready, make our way onto our back side. Head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Allowing your arms and legs to fall open and out to the side. Head neutral, no bends in your elbows or knees. Head, neck, and spine aligned. Deep breath in, bring your gaze in and up at that third eye. And as you exhale, eyes are closed, soften, melt, relax into the silence beyond the sounds. And we'll be back in a little bit for our Galactivation.
what's up, guys?
As you relax, expand, and breathe,
Papa, I brought you back some algae. You don't want it?
let your third eye begin to open and see. Where once there was darkness, now little sparks and quarks, plunks now within us to show us who you are. Points of light created on the inside of your brain. Look from within and see the light expanding from your being. For you are super consciousness. You are existence itself. Let it flow now to you, through you, and reveal your hidden wealth. The space dust of the galaxies exists within your mind. For you are one as Shivaji, the Lord of the universe and humankind. Let this Adi Yogi now incarnate into you. As you open up your mind, the Shakti now pours through. The sacred feminine energy of bliss and a kind heart. A deep breath is this sweet Shakti into your inner parts. Infusing with your beautiful body, this majesty appears. As you rest in oneness of Samadhi, the universe sings in your ears. The song of the cosmos is yours today. As you rest, relax, receive, and breathe. Nothing to do to earn or prove, but the whole universe now is one with you. A correspondence, a great connection. In this time of our human's ascension, we are so much more than physical form. We are spiritual masters, and we're being reborn. Right here, this moment, the first moment of the rest of our lives, we embody it and own it and claim divine am I. This divine I am presence, joy, ecstasy is a spiritual gift, a present being given freely. We open our crown one petal at a time as they peel back the darkness and fold towards the light. Each petal opens up, 1,000 appear, and light rains down from ear to inner ear. It has a beautiful sound on the waveforms of light, this inward resonance so loud when we tune our dials inside. We're hearing this silent sound, beautiful frequencies that merge with our mind into the spine to ground our energy. We ground into our left foot, we ground into the right. the spiritual super consciousness connecting now inside, forming a grid of awakening to hold and carry our mind, giving us an acceleration, a quickening, strengthening us in kind. Our light body gridding in, becoming so beautiful. Crystal light anchoring in, our salt water body changing to tetrahedrals. Little triangles inside of us, inside every cell, forming the geometries of the flower of life as well. All over our body, every cell is interconnected as we're resting in samadhi, in oneness with all of existence. Completely transforming from inside out, rebirthing, evolving without a single doubt, knowing, embracing the love that's in our hearts, radiating, emanating light from our innermost parts. We're lit up like a lighthouse. Right now we start to glow. Our auric field is strengthened now like a golden egg, and others can feel it too. They know. We're offering a signal, a vibratory frequency, and we're spreading wings like eagles to soar over obstacles effortlessly. We see the bigger picture. We fully are transformed. We've mended all the fissures. We are divine forevermore. We are loved beyond measure as we rest in the rhythm of the storm, and we welcome powerful creators to connect us together forevermore, which we are tethered forevermore. We are bound and bonded in yoked, in union, in yoga, in our mind, with this super conscious state that connects to the subconsciousness inside. As Paramashiva, the Shiva, the Shakti, the masculine and feminine, the spiritual, physical polarities, dualistic too, we find opposites are now unified. We are in our wholeness, we are in our oneness, we are whole and complete. Resting now, it's happening to us, and it feels divine and sweet. Melting, we dissolve, let go, like a full meal that we eat. Let it all be delicious and wonderful, glorious, divine, and sweet. Om Namah Shivaya. And from our heart, a blooming, a flowering, like a lotus petals peel, one at a time, to above, below, and front and back, and real. And side to side, all the 12 open in our heart. We feel this majesty beginning now, here where we start. As the breath within us is deepening, we're creating ourselves like art. Beautiful, glorious masterpieces, crowning now like a shard. Blasting out our bodies and blasting out our lives, expulsing all the energy around the field outside, radiating this frequency so beautiful and divine, like rainbows and unicorns, from 0 to the lucky 13. We are the whole kit and caboodle, the full spectrum of light, and now, soft as noodles, we start to come back to life, reformed, transformed, elevated, integrated, magically evolved, our spiritual self awakened and elevated. deepening our breath, wiggling our fingers and toes, affirming our success. We are in yoga. We are yoked. All that we do is mindfully, body, mind, spirit in unity, focused from our third eye inwardly, and honoring all that happens as divinity, creating positive change, the alchemy, everything life brings us. We transform so effortlessly. The lumps of coal into beautiful diamonds, the badge of our soul, and we are the highness. So honoring the divine that lives inside as we slowly come back into our wonderful lives, wiggling our fingers, wiggling our toes, stretching and yawning and reaching and grow, breathing so deeply, smiling. Oh. And drawing our knees into our chest, embracing ourselves. So beautiful. And then ever so slowly taking our time, coming back up to seated by rolling onto our sides. And whenever we're ready, head, neck, and spine in a straight line, sitting as the Buddha, the Maitreya, head, neck, and spine aligned. Deep belly breath. Inviting joy and happiness to be our intention today. Positivity and love. Sacred harmony. Open-heartedness. Where hearts were hardened before. Let's call on a beautifulness, a sweetness, a pleasantness, a kindness to explore. Deep breath in and deep breath in and one more breath in, arms up to the skies, and bring our hands down to our hearts at this time, bowing to this place where left meets the right, in unity, where once maybe we were polarized. Find that harmony and the light with me. Magical words, say it with me, please. Namaste. Super friends.
Galactivate.
Thank you for joining us on this magical ride. Christar Galactica, super friends of mine, St. Joe Narcata, and of course we are Galactivators.
See you
We'll
tonight.
see you on our live magical musical improv. Maybe with some super friends will join us tonight. Thank you, TikTok Live and YouTube too, and the replay. Happy to see you. Please like and share with all your super friends. And if you would like to give back and leave a donation, we invite you to go to our website, Galactivators.com. Sign up for our super friends email list, everyone. You can get some of our Galactivated gear, like, what are we wearing here?
Well, you can
Just the
see it on our
singing bowls
website.
here. Yeah,
And
check out all the wonderful clothes.
much
And we'll
love.
see you tonight, super friends.
All right.
Namaste.